In the last 30 days, this faceless YouTube channel has gotten over 500,000 views, and this is a channel that was started on the last day of February 2024, and you can see they already have over 1 million views from 37 videos, and they already have 22,000 subscribers. So this channel tells Bible stories, but not any other Bible stories, AI animated Bible stories. Now this is not the only channel doing that. This is another channel, and we even have another one here doing the exact same thing, also getting impressive views. So in this video, I want to show you exactly how to create this kind of videos using AI tools and all for free. And don't worry, you don't have to have any prior experience. Now the first step is for you to get a script for your story. For this, I'm going to be using ChatGPT, and you can use ChatGPT totally for free. So the first prompt that I'll enter here is to ask ChatGPT to give us the titles of the more popular stories in the Bible. So the prompt is, I want to start a YouTube channel telling animated Bible stories. Could you give me a list of the most popular Bible stories, and for each, give me a captivating YouTube title to use for the video. Do this in a tabular format, also estimating the length of the video. Okay, so we are asking for three things. The first is for it to give us stories or where we are going to get the story in the Bible. We are also asking it to give us a title which we can use for our YouTube video, and we are also asking it to give us the length of the video. So this is what ChatGPT has given us. So we have creation of the world. The title could be in the beginning, how God created everything. We have Noah's Ark, we have the 10 plagues, and so on and so forth. So for me, I think I like this one, David and Goliath, because I really like this title, David versus Goliath, the battle of faith and giants. I think this will get an awesome number of views on YouTube. So the length for this is about 6 to 7 minutes. So once we are done, we now want to ask ChatGPT to give us the actual script that you're going to be using for our story. And by the way, if you're enjoying the video, ensure you subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Let's continue. So the prompt for this is generate a detailed Bible story about, then there's parentheses there. So this parenthesis, you can enter in whichever story that you want ChatGPT to tell you a story about. I'm going to leave this entire prompt in the comment section so you can also adjust it accordingly. And then we also tell it that for each significant moment or scene, we want to generate an AI image. So we are also asking it for some prompts. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT has generated for us. So we have the title, and then we have the opening scene, and then we have the narration. We also have the Bible verse from which this is coming from, and then we have the AI image prompt. Okay, going to the second scene, we have the title there of the scene, and then we have the narration, we have the Bible verse, and another AI image prompt, and then it goes on and on. So I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to take it to a Google Docs document. Why this is important is because I think I want to modify some of the things that it tells us, just so that I'm going to be getting exactly what I would want the story to look like. Yeah. So what ChatGPT gives you, it is not cast in stone. You yourself could modify it until it looks like something that you think would be appealing to your audience. Okay, so this is where I've pasted mine. Yeah, so I think I'm going to change a little bit of this part here, just a bit of the wording, so that I make sure that it looks like what I would want the story to sound like or feel like. Yeah, and I think the rest of the story is okay. Now we go to the second step. So the second step is us generating some audio for this. For this, we're going to be using 11 Labs, and you can find the link to sign up in the description. So we're going to come to my Google Docs here, and I'm going to generate each scene per time. So I'll just copy what the narrator is saying here. So we copy that, and then we're going to go to 11 Labs. And again, you can use 11 Labs for free. So just go to text to speech, and then you paste your text there. Okay, and now we're going to find a voice to narrate this for us. So for that, you can go to the voices, and then you go to library. Okay, and then you'll find like many voices that you can choose from here. So you can filter this by narrative and story because we want it to narrate. Let's play one of the voices here.
You were looking for a teenage narrator, and I was waiting for...
There's this one.
Later that same evening, Detective Carlson received an anonymous tip directing her to a second.
Once you find a voice, you can just add it to your voices, and then you can come back and use it. But I think I'm going to use one of the voices that we already have here, and then we can generate our speech. But now we can also do something to this speech to ensure that the speech sounds really nice. So we can add in some hyphens so that we have a bit of space. So maybe here where it states, can you imagine? And then we can have some hyphens there. A world where giants roamed the earth. We can have some also space there. Okay, so we can generate this speech.
Can you imagine a world where giants roamed the earth? casting their immense shadows over the land.
Yeah, that sounds okay. So we are going to download that. So we have the first voice for our first scene, and then you continue doing this for all the other scenes. So if you were to generate for the second scene, we just do the exact same thing. Just copy that and then bring it back to 11 Labs here. Okay, do a bit of adjustment so that it sounds like what we would want it to sound like. Yeah, and then generate speech, and you continue doing this until you have all the audio clips that you need to create your video. Also ensure that you name them accordingly so that it is going to be easier for you to work. Now the third step is for us to create the actual AI images that we're going to be using for our video. For this we're going to be using Leonardo, and you can find the link to sign up in the description. So if you're using it for free, you're going to have 150 free credits that reset daily for you to be able to generate your images. Okay, so we're going to go to where it says image creation here. Okay, and then we're going to start generating our images. So let's find the first prompt here. Just copy it, and then we go back to Leonardo, paste in the prompt here, and then you can choose a model that you'd like to use. I'm just going to go with Leonardo Phoenix. And then down here you also want to ensure that in the image dimensions, if you're generating this for YouTube, you go with 16:9. Okay, and then the number of images that you're going to get by default on the free version is 4, so we leave that as is. Click on generate, and so you continue generating the images one prompt after the other until you have all the images that you need. Now you need to be very patient in this step because it might take you a really long time for you to get the images that you're looking for, but be encouraged. With time you're going to get really good at prompting. So the next step is for us to compile our video. For this I'm going to be using CapCut, but you can use any other video editor that you prefer. So you can use CapCut online, you can use it on the desktop version. I'm going to be using it in the desktop version. So I'll just copy everything that we have here. So this is the images plus the audio. Once you have everything important, you can start compiling the video. So we're going to start with the audio. Okay, so we'll start with like audio 1, audio 2, like that, or scene 1, scene 2, depending on how you've named them. And then we're going to listen to it as we input the pictures.
Can you imagine a world where giants roamed the earth, casting their immense shadows over the land?
Okay, so now we're going to just split this here. So for this one, we're going to look for one of the images that we have of the giant here. So now that is how you keep adding in the images. So I'm quickly going to add in all the images that we have for this, and then we can look at the next step. So you can also add some music. I recommend going to the YouTube audio library if you're looking for copyright free music, so we can filter with something like battles, and then we can listen to some of the music to get one that we like. I like this one, so just download it, and then now you add it onto your timeline. Ensure you reduce the volume, and then adjust the clips of your video and the audio together with the music so that you have something that you like. If you need to add spaces, you can add them. If you need to reduce spaces in between the audio, you can also do the same. So once you're done, then you can start adding some transitions. So just go to transitions, look for a transition that you like. I like this one, and then ensure you add it between all the different clips. After that, we're going to add some effects, and with the effects you can have lots of fun. For example, I'm going to add this effect on this one here, so you can see that has a bit of fog. For this one we could add something different, maybe a zoom effect. Here we can add some sparks, so you can just play around until you have something that you like. Once you're done, we're also going to add some captions here. So just go to text, click on auto captions, click on generate captions, and the captions are going to be generated for you. Okay, so if you need to adjust them, you can just go to where it says captions here, and then you can look at whether you need to break some of the sentences so that you have at least one line just appearing in every different clip. Yeah, so you can do that. You can also check whether the spelling is correct, and then you can go to adjusting the actual text. So just go to text here, and then you can find a font that you like, and then we can adjust the scale. So I'll have it somewhere here, and then we can choose one of these templates if you like them. So I'm going to go with this one here, and I think now we are done. We can go into exporting our video, but before that we want to ensure that our ratio is 16:9 because we are preparing this for a YouTube video. So just ensure it is that, and then click on export. Yeah, so now our video is complete. Let's see what it looks like.
Can you imagine a world where giants roamed the earth, casting their immense shadows over the land? A time long ago, during the reign of King Saul in ancient Israel, around the 11th century BCE, this was not just a fantasy, it was reality. The Valley of Elah had become a battleground of fear and darkness, haunted by the terrifying presence of a giant named Goliath. His monstrous form loomed large, his voice like thunder as he challenged the armies of Israel, his every roar sending shivers through the hearts of even the bravest warriors. Each day, Goliath strode into the valley, his heavy armor clanking with every step. His immense spear glinted ominously as he roared his defiant challenge. "Send me a warrior to fight me," he bellowed, his voice reverberating like a storm across the land. "If he wins, we will become your servants. But if I win, you will serve us." His words were like thunderclaps, shaking the very earth and filling the Israelites with despair. Amidst this scene of dread and darkness, a young shepherd named David arrived, unaware of the storm brewing in the valley. As he delivered supplies to his brothers, he heard Goliath's challenge echoing through the camp. David's heart ignited with a fierce determination. Though he was just a boy, he could not stand by while the mighty Goliath defied the armies of Israel.
Yeah, so let me know what you thought of it in the comments. If you want to watch more videos where you learn to create AI animated videos, ensure you subscribe to the channel. My name is Peris, and I'll catch you on the next one.